Are you benefiting from this trend that was just revealed in the monthly Bureau of Labor Statistics jobs report? Welcome to Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf, and as always, as a leader of the pack, I am scouring the countryside for tips, insights, resources that can help you continue to scale your business and thrive in the economy that has been, shall we say, interesting following the great shutdown of 2020. So it's Friday. Hope you are having an awesome Friday. Just have a couple quick insights for you, things that you might have missed. And we're going to keep this brief and upbeat because it's Friday. And hopefully you're heading into the weekend with, I know, entrepreneurial lifestyle. You probably got some work that you're going to be doing. I understand. I hope you are also scheduling some recreation time, recreate, spend time with the family, with friends, working on a hobby. A little bit of that mixed in. So it can't be just work 24/7, 365. Okay, here's the first part. Here's the first thing. A trend that this is the trend. Are your competition benefiting from this? Looking in the jobs report, management is actually trending down in jobs. So companies are not only not hiring back, it's still significantly off from the February 2020 pre-great shutdown level, but even fewer people are being hired back. Oh, hey, Dennis Nurmela, welcome from China. How are you, my friend? Happy Saturday morning. Thank you for being part of the conversation. It's always good to hear from you. So coming back to this trend, this is something that your competition may be benefiting from. And here's what I mean by that. Not only are companies not hiring back managers, it's actually trending down. So fewer managers, some are being cut loose. So is that a reduction in management force? It's looking like it. How does your competition benefit from that? How do you benefit from that? So this is more of the flattening of organizations that we've been talking about. Business publications and business schools have been talking about it for 20 years. Ernest Odell, how are you, my friend? What's up? Lubbock, Texas. The great state of Texas represented. Glad you're part of the conversation. Thanks for joining us, Ernest. And, as you're watching this, let us know you're here. We'll give you a shout out, and also want to see you post questions. Be part of this is a conversation, right? This is live. This is 21st century television, live and interactive. This is a conversation, two ways, not just one way as we get from broadcast. Okay. The flattening of organizations. So that affects their cost structure, that affects their their span of control, their ability to respond faster because of less bureaucracy. So how does that affect your competition? Are they benefiting from that? From fewer managers, flatter organization, better leverage? It implies better leverage of technology, right? Does that mean that they're doing more remote work from home? We'll come back to that thought in just a second. How are you leveraging that? Is that something that is true for you? Are you hiring back managers, or are you continuing to look at how you can grow what the value is in each position within your business? Flatter organizations are possible now because of the, this is a great comment, right? Challenges build lean companies. Absolutely spot on, Dennis. Challenges build lean companies. So companies are leaner, which should mean, done right, should mean that you're more agile. You can respond faster. You can pivot faster, as we still have very dynamic, right? Very dynamic economic circumstances. So continuing to be able to adapt, to seize opportunities, to move out of the way of risks, to follow changes in the marketplace. Flat organization, leaner organization helps. So there's something else that's buried in the data with that. While there's fewer managers, one area that in the jobs report that shows is, again, it's consistently for several months now has been above the pre-pandemic or pre-great shutdown. I like to call it the great shutdown because that's really all it was. The great shutdown is what caused the economic issue and having the economy shut down. So prior to the economy being shut down in 2020, an area that is actually above the employment level was for professional and technical services. So what does that mean? That is the business consultants, the IT consultants, technical experts, researchers, advisors. They are once again this month there are above, and again this has been a multi-month trend, above what was occurring prior to the Great Shutdown. So again, how is this something that your competition may be benefiting from? Are they making better use of experts that are helping them to institute long-term changes? Right, you did what you needed to get through the Great Shutdown, and what are you doing now to solidify, seize what you've learned, and make that long-term trends? Because we're in the report, buried in some of the numbers was also that remote work, because of the Great Shutdown, directly because of the pandemic, is remote work is still trending down, and it's still about 13.7%. It's down about a half a percentage over the previous month, so it's trending down. But that's just because of the pandemic. Remote work overall is greater than it was in February 2020. So there are more people working remotely long term. Is that something your competition's benefiting from? Are you benefiting from that? Are you leveraging that, making good use of the of the technology that allows you to do that? Another great comment from Dennis Nurmela in China. Reducing managers requires executives to roll up their sleeves more, right? Be more involved, especially for you in the entrepreneurial range, right? Small businesses, mid-sized businesses, you're rolling up the sleeves as well. How can you do more with less, right? The constant business mantra that we've got is be more efficient, be leaner. So it requires rolling up sleeves more. As larger organizations are doing that, does that create an opportunity for you? Do you have a competitor or a couple of competitors that are really big organizations that now have fewer managers, which means maybe there's an opportunity there for you in the marketplace? Maybe they're missing some steps. They're missing a few steps in the marketplace that creates an opportunity. Maybe it's more chaotic internally, which gives you an opportunity to recruit top talent that you need over the next 18 months. And again, we'll talk about why the next 18 months are crucial soon. Not today. This is Friday. We're going to keep this quick. Promised I would. And I'm going to hold myself to that. So that was some base stuff in the jobs report. Jobs looked better. It was really quite good. It was much higher than expected. I'm looking at the summary of the report here off to the side to make sure that I'm not misquoting or, doing the engineering error of trying to run numbers without my calculator. Oh, not a good, I really need to not do that. So the thing is, the top line numbers, there was 943,000 jobs, which was added in July, which was way higher than was anticipated. Of that, 40% were specifically local government jobs for education. So that would be local government run school systems. So that's 40% of those jobs. And now we've got someone else joining from, imagine this, from Australia. Let me make sure I've got your name right. I got to lean in here so that I can see the screen. Kenelm Tonkin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome. Really glad you're here. Hi from the great state of South Australia. Question. The great resignation, which is underway, people refusing to return to the office. Do you think remote working is now permanent, or do you think the resignations simply clear out the 50, 60 year odds, 56-year-olds from big corporations? That is an excellent question. From what I've been seeing, that is a general trend. It's across the board, and it actually trends younger. It's not so much cleaning out the long-term employees. That's something where people have been exploring options, and the younger they are, the more likely they are to be considering making a move from the data that I've seen. So that's a report, not a prediction. Okay. So looking at this, the remote work is a long-term trend. The data supports that this is a long-term trend. Even as it was buried in the summary of the jobs report, they're saying that remote work that was specifically caused by the pandemic is continuing to trend down. However, companies have seen that they can dramatically cut costs. They can broaden their reach for talent by not requiring people to be on site. They don't have to be on site, and it gives them a competitive advantage. So remote work is going to be greater. Now, is it going to be massive? Probably not. That's a prediction from me. Probably not. However, it is a dramatic improvement. So what we did was in 12 months of the Great Shutdown, likely accelerated a decade's worth of trends on the increase in remote work. I've talked to a couple of one gentleman from a Fortune 100 company that said, yeah, at one of their major campuses, they are permanently removing a big chunk of the parking spaces for employees, enough to build a shopping mall. So they're building retail space, repurposing that to retail space, because those people are going to be permanently working remote, right? Not everybody, but so many that they're taking enough of their parking spaces out that that a shopping mall can be built there. So that's a pretty significant change. Those employees will be permanently working remote. They won't be working on the campus. Now, they may be coming into the campus, let's call it the campus. So they may be coming into that business campus from time to time, but they will not be working there full time. They don't need the parking spaces anymore. And I've heard from I asked a friend of mine who's a CEO of a major mid-sized company about that, and he goes, I've been hearing that from more and more people that they're doing that. So from his peer group, he was hearing that in more and more cases, where they can do it, long-term remote is going to stay, and that it's reducing the footprint of the companies. So it's a big cost improvement for them. And just wanted to come back to so one other thing. So 40% of the jobs added in July were really like school teachers and other employees at public schools. So it's government payroll being funded by taxes. Another 23% were in the hospitality industry. So people are going to hotels. They're going to, and mostly not so much hotels, but mostly in bars, restaurants, leisure activity. So it's summertime. People are out. They're going back to restaurants. They're going back to bars. The great shutdown has continued to relax. More companies are allowed to bring people back in to their businesses, but it's really the hospitality and leisure market that is accounting for a huge chunk of the biggest chunk of the truly private payroll that's not government funded, like the teachers and whatnot at local schools, local school districts, or local public education, as the Bureau of Labor Statistics calls it. So that's 63% of all those jobs added. 943,000 jobs added in July. 63% of those were either school teachers, other employees for local public schools, for local public education. The report doesn't get that specific. They use the term local public education. So most of that will be local schools, and for waiters, waitresses, chefs, cooks, staff at other leisure, what would be considered hospitality and leisure style of activities. Retail, still not back. It's trending better, but still not huge. One more thing to consider: the professional and technical services. So again, that's the accountants, the technical people, the technical staff, IT folks, people that have a technical expertise that businesses are hiring them to help them with. That has been above the pre-pandemic level for several months now. So where are there opportunities for your business in this, depending on what you're doing? If you're in that space where there's more going on, right, based on hiring, that there's more going on than there was before the pandemic, that creates an opportunity, right? Opportunity for innovation, for disruption. If the hiring's up there, how can your business innovate in a way that disrupts that, so that you can go into a hot market? Transportation and warehousing is almost back to full pre-pandemic levels. They're at 93, almost 93%. Also indicates that shipping stuff and moving stuff around is going to be continuing to get more expensive. It's just the way it is. Right. So the movement of goods is flowing, yet the number of people aren't coming back. Will that be a long-term trend? In Australia, what are you seeing there? Ken, thank you so much for joining us. What are you seeing in Australia? We're seeing a lot of early retirements and whatnot may have been taken. Don't have data on that. But again, the Great Resignation is something that, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you really need to be paying attention to, because you may be losing key people that you really want to have stay. And you also have an opportunity to go to recruit top talent that is open to making a move, not just open, but actively making a move. So there's opportunities there, right? You got to get that shovel out and dig deep to find the pony in that big piling steam of 2020 that's been, that we're still stuck in 2021. So it's Friday, and I hope this is, this is quick. I'm going to keep it upbeat. It's focused on really just closing out the week and moving into the weekend. Don't spend your weekend just working. Get out, play, enjoy, getting some sunshine. You should be getting at least 15, 20 minutes of sunshine, if nothing else, to replenish your vitamin D in your body, which helps your immune system. So I've heard, I'm not, talk to your doctor. I'm not trying to make medical advice. I'm sure I'll get some hate mail on that, but hey, get outside and play. I'm finally getting out for some play with a group of friends where we're going to be spending some time along the coast and out exploring, which is, summertime is ripping by. It is August. Summer's almost over. And as you know, if you've been consistent watching Wolf's Watch, 2021 as a business year is already over. Because if you're making major changes in your business, if you're seizing opportunities and putting a new program in place, if you do it now in August, that means you've got cash in the bank as a result from it in January, because it's a 6-month cycle. It's my prediction, my observation from working with companies in multiple industries, from 14 employees to 65,000 employees. For most businesses, the over-under is somewhere around 6 months to put something new in motion. And not, like a sales promotion or something like that. There's things you can do, right, to get short-term result, but things that are substantive, strategic changes to your business, your over-under is going to be about 6 months by the time you're really seeing consistent cash rolling into your bank account as a result of the action that you're taking now. So first, get out and play. It's great for the mindset, Keep changing that paradigm. Play has a lot to do with keeping our paradigms refreshed and shifting as they need to be, and looking things at a different angle. And I will leave you with that. Ernest, final comment from Ernest. Walking around the other day in the neighborhood, and the other day in my Hawaiian shorts, getting some sunshine, and the neighbors called the cops on me for streaking. Hey, how short were those shorts? Oh, man, careful, right? Perception is everything. Thank you for that, Ernest. I hope you got a big laugh from that too. And it is fun to talk with you on a Friday. Have an awesome weekend. I will see you soon. Thanks for being part of Wolf's Watch. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our Adventure CEO page on Facebook. I know that's not the right terminology, but just stay with us. We got a lot coming. The next step in our cybersecurity series is going to be next Wednesday. That's the 11th of August with Ken, the king of live stream. Ken Walls will be joining us for another live interactive Q&A on what entrepreneurs are missing that can really, really cause big problems in their business related to internet security, cybersecurity, hackers attacking their business. Look forward to seeing you there for that. That will be 2 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, the 11th. So I will get out of your hair. Thanks for being part of Wolf's Watch. Always enjoy having you as part of the conversation. Ken, Ernest, Dennis, thank you so much for checking in and being part of the conversation today. And as for you, enjoy your Friday and your weekend. And I'm Wolf, looking forward to seeing you on the trail.